I saw these polygel colors on Amazon and they kind of piqued my interest. So today I want to swatch them and actually use them and see how they perform. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking another one of my videos. As you can see, today I have a set of polygel colors from the brand MIZSHE. I honestly don't know how to say this word, but I've had these polygel colors sat in my drawer for the longest time, like I think over a year. And today I finally got round to using them. I have used I think 2 of the pinks before in a previous video, but otherwise the rest of the colors I have never used before. So today I want to finally use them. And quick disclaimer, I am no expert in polygel. I just like polygel and I find it way easier to work with than acrylic. So yes, I just enjoy playing around with polygel and learning more about it. Okay, so now we can get on to the fun part, which is the swatches. As you can see, I have prepped some press-on nails, which is where I'll be doing these swatches. This is the brush I'll be using. It came in another polygel kit, which I'll link below if you're interested. And this is the slip solution that also came in the same kit. And I'm just going to pour the tiniest amount of the slip solution into the lid of the bottle. And you can also use rubbing alcohol. But I'm dipping my brush in the slip solution and then wiping off the excess. So the first color in the set is number 3 pink. And I'm squeezing that on the press-on nail and then lightly tapping my brush to mold it around the shape of the nail. And I know that molding can be quite hard if you're new to polygel, but the best advice I can give that's helped me a lot is to tap and not drag. If you get too much slip solution on your brush, it will become slippery and a mess. I would advise trying to build up the slip solution on your brush until it gets to a point where it's not too much and it's not too little. If it's too little, then the polygel might start to stick on the brush, like, I don't know, cling on to the brush fibers. But if it's just enough, then it shouldn't stick at all and it should be nice and smooth. So when you're molding it, it should just effortlessly mold into the shape you're trying to make. And if you go straight in trying to drag the polygel, then it won't sit properly on the nail and it's going to become uneven. We're trying to pat it down into an even shape overall. As for the color, I do really like it. It's more like a nudie pink, so it's perfect for almost any type of nail design that needs a natural nail color. Can't really have bright colors without a nudie color. Sometimes you need the nude colors to balance out bright colors. So I flash cured that for 10 seconds and then I moved on to the next color, which is SLC001 Girls Pink. And I don't know why the name is so long. This pink is more vibrant, but it's not in your face vibrant. It's more muted down and calm. I don't know how to describe it, but calm is the way I would describe it. To be honest, I find this color quite underwhelming. It's a bit darker than I expected. I don't know, I expected more of a nicer feeling pink. It doesn't really excite me. The pink is a bit boring. I don't know. I was just expecting something a bit more different than the shades that I was seeing on the tube. But it's still cute. Maybe I need to try out a design with it on my hands and see one day if I can make it work. But at least I have it swatched so you can see and make the decision for yourself whether you like this type of pink or not. But this next pink is way more vibrant and I absolutely love it. Like, I'm not really a flashy person when it comes to nail colors, but like, I don't know, something about this pink is very eye-catching. It's called SLC003 in fuchsia. Oh, it's a fuchsia pink. No wonder it's so bright. This is one of the colors I ended up choosing to do a quick nail tutorial later in the video. But otherwise, guys, I find it so satisfying seeing this nail shade being molded because the color is just mwah. I love this color so much. It's vibrant and it's well pigmented, so it's not really see-through and you don't need a lot of product to make it opaque. Now I'm moving away from the pinks and going into blue. This color is called Lake Blue in C005 and I think it's a very cute blue. It's more brighter than I expected, but I do prefer the shade that it's coming out as compared to the shade on the tube. So the next blue has the same characteristics as the previous blue. It's also coming out different compared to the shade shown on the tube. And while I do like the blue that's coming out, I would have liked to have seen the same shade that's on the tube come out of the tube. But I guess it's not a huge deal. It's just something I've noticed. So this is in the color C006 in Rainbow Blue. So now we have the first 5 shades, and I'm just showing you what they look like together, and we can move on to the next 4. Next up we have this yellowish orange shade called Sweet Yellow in the color C007. I did expect it to be a bit more vibrant, but I guess because it's a yellow, it naturally came out a bit dulled down. I think this color will be perfect for any springtime or summer looks. I think this color will be perfect to complement any spring or summertime nail designs, and I definitely will try something out with this yellow. So next we have this deep purple, which ironically is called Lilac Purple in the color C008. It's definitely not really giving me lilac. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lilac is more like a lighter purple, like a purple mixed with white, and that's the kind of lilac color you get. But this is one of the few colors that actually looks the same in the tube as it does outside of the tube. I did also end up using this color in the nail tutorial because I thought it complemented the pink. Okay, now we're moving on to the star of the show for me personally. This amazing vibrant orange. Even just from the shade on the tube, I knew it was going to be a beautiful color. This is Meringue Tangerine in the color C010, and honestly this is my favorite color in the whole set. It's weird that I didn't use this color in the nail tutorial, but I feel like it deserves a whole design dedicated to it by itself. Let me know if you'd like to see me do a nail design with this color. I mean, I'm probably going to anyways, but like, let me know if you also love this color as much as I do. Okay, so finally we have the last shade, which I was very surprised to find out that it's not a brown, because the shade on the tube looks brown to me, but it's actually a deep red, and it's called Charming Red in C011. Either way, it's okay. I like the fact that it looks a bit brown because like I like brown polishes, so that's good. But it's not really giving me red, more like darkish maroon red. I feel like it doesn't live up to the name Charming Red. It's not really giving charming, it's giving a bit shy to be a red. But anyways guys, we have the final 4, which makes up the 9 sets of swatches we have done. Let me know which one is your favorites. As you know, for me it's the orange and the pink. So I'm going to fully cure those now for 60 seconds. I'm going to finish off and apply a top coat to all of the nails and cure them for 60 seconds. This is the overview of all the colors in the set, so you can fully see for yourself what the shades look like on the tube and what they look like swatched on a nail. So now I'm going to test out a few of the colours on my actual nails, and I'm going to be using the lilac purple, fuchsia pink and the first pink that I swatched. For my nail prep, I kept it super simple. I did not plan on keeping these nails on my hands for long. If you know, I don't really like wearing nails. I just like long nails. So I basically just pushed back my cuticles and then used a nail buffer to lightly buff the surface of my nails. And I also wiped them down with rubbing alcohol just so that they were extra dry. Then I measured my nail sizes using the nail forms, making sure that each form covers the nail fully. I'd recommend using nail forms if you're a beginner to polygel, because for me it definitely makes it way more easy. Just apply the polygel on the nail form, stick it on and then cure, and you basically have a ready-made nail set. I'm going to try and make this tutorial as quick as possible because this video isn't about the nail tutorial, it's more so about the colors and the polygel itself. For that I tried my best to do a ombre French tip with the purple and the nude, but it didn't really give ombre, so I kind of wiggled the form about to mix up the nude and the purple a little bit better. It's not the best ombre, but it still had the desired effect. I wiped off the excess and then flash cured that for 60 seconds. Then I took my thumb out and turned it around so that I could smoothen out the base of the nail. It's very important you don't ignore the base of your nail because it can be a whole mess under there and you wouldn't even realize that. I know the first time I did polygel, I didn't really think about the underside of the nail, so make sure you smoothen out the underside of your nail and then cure that fully for 60 seconds. Once it's done, I popped off the foam and then went into filing the edges straight. So onto the index finger, and the initial plan for my index finger was going to be a marble nail. It didn't really quite turn out as marbly as I expected. Maybe I should have used a little bit less of the polygel of each color, but I tried to mix the purple and the pink in random spots so that they would melt in together, but it didn't really turn out the way I expected. But nevertheless, I continued and I applied that on my nail. And I used the clip to hold down the nail form so that I could work on the underside of the nail and remove all of that excess polygel. Once I was happy with the underside, I cured that for 60 seconds, popped it off. I was trimming down these nails because I didn't want super long nails. I just wanted medium length nails, so I trimmed that and then filed and then moved on to my middle finger, which is going to be a very basic plain purple color. After curing, I did notice this little air bubble on the side, but that's probably purely down to my technique in applying the polygel. And also don't forget, I didn't apply base gel, which you should. I did forget, but I wasn't too bothered because I didn't want the nails to last long anyways. I took them off literally the next day. So moving on to the ring finger, this turned out to be like a French tip, but it honestly wasn't supposed to be that. It was supposed to be an ombre French tip. I didn't really mind too much. It still looked quite cute to me. Oh, and by the way guys, I don't know if I should mention, like, the polygel itself was pretty easy to use and to mold, especially if you're a beginner, so I do like the polygel itself. So I cured the nail as usual for 60 seconds, and guys, this is where it really goes down. I did not expect this. So I went to cut the nail as I previously did for the other nails, and the first red flag was the fact that the nail was not even fitting in the nail cutter. And then when I cut into the nail, guys, look, the polygel didn't fully cure. I don't know if this is the polygel itself or if it's because the nail was too thick, but like, I've cured thick nails before and this has never happened, so I was very shocked to say the least, but it was interesting to witness. I just cured it again. I ended up using normal nail clippers and then cut the sides of the nail and then just popped off the tip of the nail, cured it again for a third time, and then I was good to go with my filing. It was a disaster, but so far so good. The nails are still looking cute and presentable. So moving on to the final pinky nail. This is going to be a plain pink, that vibrant pink that I loved in the beginning. So I'm just applying that as normal. This nail was pretty easy to apply the polygel on because it was a solid color. I think I definitely still need to work on my polygel application because the bead itself was too big for this small pinky nail. That's why it came out looking so long, but it's still fine. That's what nail clippers are for. I just cut it down to my desired length and then file to shape. I then use my electric nail drill to file off the edges and get rid of the excess polygel on the sides of my nails. So once I was done with the filing, I dusted off the nails, and there was one thing I wanted to add to the nails, which was some nail gems. The gems I used were super simple, just these that look like petals and then the normal round gems. I didn't have my nail glue on hand, but it wasn't too much of a problem because sometimes I do just prefer to apply with base gel polish. I applied it a little bit on the parts of the nail I want to apply the gems, and then stuck on the gems, then cured that for 60 seconds. Once I was done with the nail gems, all that was needed was a top coat on all the nails and the underside of the nails. Don't forget to apply top coat on the underside, because the underside is still polygel. It needs to be sealed in by a top coat, otherwise your underside of your nail will be sticky and tacky. Then I gave that a final cure for 60 seconds, making sure to turn my hand over so the underside of my nail also cured. I feel like I've said the word underside so many times. But anyways guys, that is the mini nail tutorial done. This was just an example of me using some of the colors from the color kit, which is available on Amazon. I think I did get this kit a whole year ago, so I will check if it's still there, but I think it definitely is. So I hope you enjoyed this video guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.